At the conclusion of your professional growth conference meeting with your administrator, he or she will assign to you the next group of tasks that you will need to complete during the course of the year. These tasks will be dependent upon if you are tenured or non-tenured. If you are a tenured teacher, you will be able to choose between a series of mini observations during the year or a combination of a full observation and mini observations. Based on that selection, you will see a different set of tasks that show up on your Talented screen. For the purposes of this demonstration, this teacher has selected the combination of full observation and mini observations during the process. You'll see that the teacher journal still shows on this screen. We do this so that your teacher journal may be used for your personal records during the course of the year. So that will always be step 1. You will see there is a total of 1 through 15 items on the screen below Teacher Journal. However, there are some numbers missing. Those numbers missing belong to tasks that are required to be completed by your administrator and not by you. So, what you see on the screen are those tasks or those forms that you must complete yourself, or those actions such as schedule meetings that you'll be participating in. So in this case, as you look down this list, you see pre-observation form. That is the next task that you are asked to do. Notice that there is not a specific due date for some of these tasks, such as the pre-observation form. The pre-observation form happens to be the next task that I need to do on this list. So in order to start the process, I click on Go to Form. What I see here is the traditional educator pre-observation form. I will fill this out, answer all the questions with a red asterisk because those are required fields. When I am done, I will click the Save and Submit button if I am satisfied that it is completed. If by chance I would like to save and return, I click Save Progress and I click Back. Notice that by adding any text in the screen here and clicking the Save Progress button, and now clicking back, my pre-observation form now shows horizontal lines to indicate that I have started the process of completing the form. At any point, I can click Go to Form, and now I can begin filling this out. You'll notice that there are fields in Talent Ed with a calendar icon. This is for a date range. I can either type in the date, or I can click on the icon and select a date from the actual calendar. Now that I have submitted this pre-observation form to my administrator, on my main screen, I have a line that goes across the icon, which indicates that it is filled out and I'm waiting for my administrator to process it. If by chance your administrator now needs you to revise the document, you will receive an email similar to the one in front of you now. If you click on the link, or any of the 2 links below that, it will take you to the document or Talent Ed, where you can navigate to the document itself and make those needed corrections. After you have made those needed corrections that your administrator has asked you to do, you may click the Save and Submit button if you are completed. However, if you'd like to make changes and return to it, you may click the Save Progress and Back. In this case, I have made those corrections and clicked the Save and Submit button, at which case my administrator will be alerted that I've made the changes, and I will wait for the administrator to review it one more time. Notice that under Signatures, there is nothing waiting for me in that section. This means that I have completed the step of pre-observation, and the next thing to accomplish is for the administrator to record that I've done the pre-conference, that we complete the actual observation, and then I schedule a meeting to meet with my administrator to go over the observation in a post-conference, at which point my administrator will complete a formal observation write-up. Once my administrator has completed the post-observation form A or B, I will be alerted via email or through my signatures icon in the upper right that it is time for me to review their feedback. I click on the signatures, and you'll see that my Comprehensive Observation Report A is listed on this screen here. I click Sign. Keep in mind that clicking the Sign button does not automatically sign the document. It brings the document up for me to review. I have, as a teacher, an option to add in my own teacher reflections. I have the same box if I'm using Form A or Form B. You are now ready to sign your name in the electronic signature box, and when done, click Submit. The second form of observation is a mini observation. At the time the administrator completes a mini observation in your classroom, your administrator will send you a mini observation notification. This is purely a notification to you that the mini observation has been completed, at which time you have an option of going in and schedule a meeting to discuss with your administrator the mini observation. You also have an option of completing an optional feedback report back to the administrator. So what happens is the administrator completes the mini observation, you receive an email, or you see on the top right-hand corner of your Telenet screen a new signature required. When you click on the signature, it shows you that you have a mini observation notification. In fact, I have two here. I'm going to click on mini observation notification. I'm going to review that. And this tells me that on the 25th at 9 o'clock, I had a math observation by Principal 25. At which point, at this time, I can add in my optional notes as a teacher. I can leave this perfectly blank if I choose to. At that time, I can click Submit, and the process has now completed.